Sports fans, and welcome to the kickoff of Week One of Thursday Night Football, the kickoff of the regular NFL season. And this is a Thursday Night Football pregame show of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella, and it's between the Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Atlanta Falcons. And we'll get into that in just a sec. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 NFL trivia question. What wide receiver caused a sensation his rookie season with a one-handed catch? I'll have the answer later on the broadcast. The defending Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, take on the Atlanta Falcons in Week 1 to kick off Thursday Night Football and the regular NFL football season at Lincoln Financial Stadium in Philadelphia. The Eagles are, of course, the defending Super Bowl champions. Tonight we begin to find out if they can defend that title. Nick Foles will start at quarterback for Philadelphia, and as Carson Wentz is not quite ready after last season's knee injury. I feel this is going to be a really tight game tonight between the Eagles and the Falcons. As the Eagles know, it is hard to repeat as Super Bowl champs. The Eagles know if they want to repeat, they have to win as many games as possible and have an amazing run in the playoffs. But they need to put pressure on the opposing team as well. And they have to do that tonight against the Falcons. Now, let's begin with Foles, and that makes sense to start there. Given that he is replacing an MVP candidate at quarterback, and he is coming off an MVP performance of his own. Foles went 23 for 46 yards without either a touchdown or a pick in that divisional round game against the Falcons last year. In the following two games, he completed an incredible 54 of 76 passes for 725 yards, 6 touchdowns, and just 1 interception, while also catching a score in the Philly special. Everybody remembers those two games while discussing what to expect from Foles when filling in for Wentz. The less talked about are the two plus regular season games he played after Wentz was initially hurt, finishing out the game against the Rams and starting against the Raiders and the Giants, Raiders, and Cowboys. Foles completed 54% of his passes and overaged 4.96 yards per attempt. During his most recent season as a starter back in 2015, he was not much better, 54 completions at 61 yards per attempt, with the exception of his utterly spectacular 2013 season, during which he threw 27 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, and the NFC title game and the Super Bowl last year. Foles has been a perfectly average quarterback. He does, of course, have one of the most NFL's great offensive coaches scheming him into position for success. But it's important to remember the big picture when debating what to expect from Foles on a game-to-game basis. Now, the Eagles are going to be without several of their guys for a few weeks during this Week 1 and for a few weeks, but Foles does have a lot of returning players as well, and I just feel that this is really going to be a good game, and hopefully Carson Wentz is going to hopefully be back and return later in this season. And I do feel that the Eagles are really going to put the pressure on the Falcons tonight. The Falcons, meanwhile, are returning almost their entire defense from last season, plus a few new playmakers. They have one that Adrian Clayton is gone because they lost him to retirement last year, and Michael Vick will start for the Falcons tonight, and they also have several new players as well, and there was a few they lost to free agency as well. Now, this is going to be a. I feel like I'm going to debut my Thursday night pick of the week for this game between Philly and Atlanta. And as you know, being a Thursday night game, Philly is tough at home. They're defending Super Bowl champions, and I do feel that in this case, I am going with the Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles, to win this game. And I am going to say that they are going to win this game by a touchdown, and I'm going to say 28-21. That is my pick for the Thursday night pick, and you'll have the rest of my picks of the week on Sunday when Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday debuts this coming Sunday. And I will hopefully I'm going to have frequent guests on. I was supposed to have my friend Matt Murphy on this week, but he has a commitment going on, so he's unable to do it. So I will try to have a guest on this week, but I will have my friend Matt Murphy on in week 2 of the NFL when the Browns play the New Orleans Saints. So I'm going to see what I can do to get a guest. If not, it will just be me, myself, and I. And hopefully, but I will. It just has not worked out. I haven't been able to think of anybody, but I'm going to try to have frequent guests on this upcoming season. But just watch for that. And the Falcons really had a really intense when they played the divisional and AFC title games last year, and they just actually the divisional game, that's the only one they played, against Philly, and they ended up losing to the Eagles as well, and to the Eagles in that game last year. Now I gotta tell you, I feel that the Falcons need to really put the pressure on the Eagles tonight if they really want to win this game. And they've got to come out and score from the get-go. Now, they've got to keep Nick Foles, keep him down on the ground. They've got to sack him if they want. And they've got to not give him so much room. So we're going to have to see what the Falcons can really do to try to win this game tonight. But I do feel that the Eagles are going to win this game. We'll get back to analysis for the game that is underway right now. It's already been underway for an hour, but first, it is time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 NFL trivia question. What wide receiver caused a sensation his rookie season with a one-handed catch? If you said Odell Beckham Jr., you are correct. During Week 12 of his rookie season, Odell Beckham Jr. came to national attention when he made a one-handed touchdown catch while falling backwards in a Sunday Night Football game against the Dallas Cowboys. Numerous pundits called it the greatest catch ever made, and Beckham went on to win the 2014 Offensive Rookie of the Year award. And I will have another trivia question on my next broadcast, and another NFL trivia question when Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday debuts this Sunday, September 9th. So stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to tonight's game, it's already underway, and I just feel the Eagles are going to come out and dominate from the get-go, I feel. And Foles is going to really put the pressure on the Falcons. And I feel that they are going to have to really dominate in this game. And you really have to know that because the Falcons are really going to have to dominate big time if they want to beat the Eagles tonight. And they really got Michael Vick's got to come out and dominate from the get-go. And they've got, and the Falcons' offensive defense really has to put the pressure on Michael Vick and the rest of the Eagles, and the running game has to be solid as well as the passing game. So the Falcons really have to step it up big time tonight if they really want to win this game. And because I feel the Eagles are really going to dominate this game, and they are going to, I think, win tonight's game by, I will say, 8 touchdowns. So I feel that that the Eagles are going to win tonight, and this is going to be an intense game, and I think it's going to come down to the wire in the third or the fourth quarter. So really, I'm really going to be watching this game, and I really think the Eagles are going to take tonight's game. Well, we're almost out of time, and one thing before I do sign off, I really feel that this is going to be a really interesting NFL season this year, 2018 NFL season. I think it's going to be a totally different look for not only the Cleveland Browns, which have a new and improved upcoming look, but for also all the other NFL teams as well, certain other ones, I should say. And I feel this is going to be an interesting year because I think it's going to be a really up and down year for a lot of teams. But there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be playoff contenders. So I really feel the Eagles will be back in it by far. And the Minnesota Vikings will be back in it, the thick of it. And hopefully I really feel that the Falcons are as well. So I really feel that we'll have to really see how this season is going to unfold. And I know the Eagles are looking to repeat as Super Bowl champions this year, but they're going to have to work really hard to do that, and I feel that they're really going to have to prove that they can repeat. So we're going to have to see what really does happen in tonight's game. And it's already underway. I think it might be in the second quarter or the end of the first quarter. I'm not sure. I'll be watching it because I will be doing a Thursday Night Football post-game show immediately following tonight's game. So stay tuned for that after tonight's Eagles-Falcons game, the kickoff game to Week 1 of the 2018 NFL regular football season. So really, and I will have all the highlights, and I will have a game recap and all analysis from this game tonight. So really stay tuned for that, and immediately following to tonight's game between the Eagles and the Falcons. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this Thursday Night Football pregame show, And I will be back with a postgame show immediately following tonight's Eagles-Falcons game. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. Enjoy the game tonight. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.